financially free, be so abundant, and feel rich. Right now, if you're watching this, first off, take inheritance of your current wealth. That is one of the first steps. To be appreciative of what you already have, step number one. Now, that step could be a whole long class in itself, yet if you have a piece of paper, really great. Get a piece of paper, pause it, grab a piece of paper, write down what you're grateful for right now that you have wealth. One is like your phone, and other things are like your hands, your eyes, your legs, because no matter what you have something to be grateful for, is the point. And not just something, but many, many things. When you start to take a list of all these things, start to feel that wealth. That is the beginning, because the state you're in reflects where you are, what you have, who you're around. And it's not about being delusionally happy all the time. It's just really not about being delusionally upset and depressed all the time and thinking that you're a broke, poor, don't have much, can't afford this, can't afford that. Get that vocabulary out of your head and out of your mouth. And when other people say it, you could smile, giggle, you could know that that is not you, because you were born rich. You must be of this frequency to receive, because money is a currency and a flow. And that's another part of it, okay? Being aware of your current wealth. And when you start paying for things, because we're all paying for things at some point, be very happy, gracious, thankful, and willing to give out that money. That is step number two. Be peaceful with the money that you give out. Be loving, be gracious, be thankful. Then it's going to create a much different vibration in the universe, where you're open to receive, because you're giving. To receive, you must give. It's a currency. It's a flow money. You don't want to bank it and lock it in a bank and have it stagnant. That is not where you would like to store your money. That is step number three, because it's not just about loving what you do and thinking that you're rich and giving money out. That may very well make someone broke if they don't continue the other steps that are essential. Number three is the asset liability. You must understand what assets are. Assets are things that bring you money, that increase in money. And liability is something that decreases in value or takes away your money. Big up Blackwater Photography for boys. We're getting into it deep. We've already gone through a few steps, and I'll review them. We're at step number three right now for total wealth, financial prosperity. Number one is to go over and write them down, at very least in your mind, what you have right now. My day has been blessed like no other, Katie. Blessed love. Write down what you have right now. Throw it in the chat. What are you grateful for that you have right now? Financially, materially, house, clothes, hands, feet, legs. You have so many things. Really list out hundreds on a notebook. That is listing. This is your prosperity notebook. First step is of abundance is awareness and appreciation of your current wealth. Take inheritance of your current wealth right now. Such wealth. Sun, moon, stars, and sky. We are so wealthy. Y'all are amazing. Thank you for your presence. Blessed love, blessed love, blessed love, blessed love. Number two is after understanding your current wealth and being grateful for it, being grateful for what you give away, what you spend, what you invest, because it's a currency of flow. Be grateful for all that you pay for. Number three is asset versus liability. Asset is something that gives you money. Liability is something that takes your money away or decreases in value. So It depends how you use it. If your phone, you could use it as an asset if it's bringing you money in. If you're just paying for it constantly, then it's a liability. House the same way. I have a campground here. So my campground brings me money on top of my house, having me shelter. So that makes it an asset. If you understand this simple principle, and you that's also like it's a much more efficient way of looking at, like, don't spend more than you make. Like, you want to get away from needing to trade your time for money. And true assets, once you build them up, either you pay for them or create them, you are not trading your time for money. One of my favorite assets that's ever been, that is the foundation of religions and philosophies and governments, is a book. One book could be replicated millions of times, as Hormozi just made $100 million selling one book by marketing it strategically, because you're growing these assets, and the biggest asset you have next to time is your mind. And once you start to train your mind to understand where these assets are, how much value you create, how to create value, and more essential than creating value is communicating it. Because if you can't communicate your value and get attention towards your value, then no one's going to give you money for it. And always having an offer, ogfit.com, where you could get a free book. And if you'd like further services, I can help you out there to get your dream body and your dream life. Yet finances is something that so many people lack in their dimensions of wellness, and financial wellness is imperative. What's up, my people? Y'all sleeping? Anyone hearing this? All I get is some highs, no boom. That is amazing. If y'all are really picking up what I'm putting down, you're going to understand how easy it is to be financially free. Any questions? What are your questions? Let's think of other questions. 3 simple steps to financial freedom. How could it be so simple? What are other assets? It's really great to develop your assets based on where you are, who you are, what you like to do, and the material that you have. If you have an ability to, harvest some food in your near area, that could be your asset, your business. Yet realize you're still trading time for money. So training other people and your knowledge of this is going to supersede that. Writing books about it, training other people, documentation. That's really what Alex Hormozi did in $100 million offers. He did it, yes, yet him documenting how he created value and people gave him money makes it so it's replicable, especially when you document a system, saving yourself time, money, and energy. It's crazy that's that simple. Was that really only 8 minutes and 28 seconds? Wow. What would I add to that? To understand ownership when it comes to companies is number 4, right? Because we're all using a certain company, Amazon, Apple, Google, over and over and over again, Tesla, and we could see their growth and it's predictable, or our total economy. And you could buy these companies for pennies. You could go to test Elon Musk with $1 right now and he will give you a share of his company. That's insane. And as it grows, your money grows. If you gave him that $1 in the beginning, your money would be exponentially higher. The highest paid ever is with stocks, and that's how Warren Buffett has made all of his money. He makes more money than the CEO of Coca-Cola by investing in it. Now, we're talking about high levels, yet you could literally go to Cash App or other apps, financial apps, but I actually like Cash App. It's a great starter because you could just buy for $1 either cryptocurrency or stocks, and I would buy your favorite stock on a regular basis, not just once. If you buy it once, make sure it's at a low in the chart. If you buy it regularly, then you're all good. And if you're unsure or you'd like a more stable investment, you could do the S&P 500, which is the top 500 companies of the United States or the world, whichever you choose. And that will bring you amazing returns, 9% on average for the past 40 years. If someone bought the same amount of stock they would instead of new iPhones, instead of spending $22,000 over the years that iPhones have been coming out, if you kept on buying stock instead of the iPhone or both, it would have been an investment of $22,000, right, to either buy the phones or invest. If you invested, and you could still have the phones too, but if you invested, then you would be up over $250,000, like $300,000 something dollars. If you just did the iPhones, you'd be down $22,000. If you made money with the iPhones, then that's a different thing. Yet it's amazing to do all of them, to invest in stocks, to create your own assets, to buy other people's assets like homes and rent them out, and do them in very untraditional ways if you need to. There are people that have made money with literally nothing over and over again, like Undercover Billionaire. And so many people, you can see their stories now. It's absolutely amazing. Yet putting the pressure on yourself and not giving love and not feeling in abundance, remember, those are the first two steps. If you skip those two steps, even if you have assets, even if you have investments, and hopefully you take it further, those are 4 simple steps. Like, wow, in 12 minutes, boom, you just share this video. That's an amazing articulation. I don't know why the algorithm is not having millions of y'all on this and saying something. What's up? I know a few of you are here. What's up? Y'all ain't picking this up, or you just have your phone down? Because if someone's listening to this, this is ridiculous gems. And so many people are suffering and think that they are broke, even when they make a lot of money. And that's the biggest thing, is realizing, like, this money thing is all an illusion, because the more money people have, the more debt they have. And leveraging debt would probably be the 5th step. And I guess, yeah, I will put that in there. Is the 5th step is leveraging debt. So building up your credit card, every time you get a credit card, put out an automatic bill payment, number 1, and be able to pay it. You pay it, you pay it, you pay it, you get points, you have security, because people can't just take it. If it's taken, you could dispute any purchase that you didn't make. Keep track of that the best you can. It's really nice to keep track of it and, like, really daily look at it and get over it. Get over the number. If it says negative, if it's you owe money, if it's not a lot, get over that. Realize that's not where your wealth comes from. Your wealth comes from God, and the kingdom of God is within. You can emit and radiate such value by tapping into the frequency of love and gratitude, being free, and being willing to accept and understanding these other steps or laws of financial abundance. Because until you really put all of those 5 steps together and probably add a bit more, you're not going to be close to abundance. But those 5 steps, like, whether you make $50,000 a year, which is more like the top 10%, 20% of the world, or you make 100,000, which is the top like 5-10% of the world, or you make over $400,000 a year, $500,000 a year, that's like the top 1% of the world. And so many of us think we're broke because we're a tenth of that at 40,000. Like, you make $1 million, it just is taking you 42 years to make the $1 million. Yet if you could figure out ways of, like, is this really worth it now, or when I invest and double my money, will it be worth it? So that's another additional bonus, like sixth step, is when you're buying something, think about it like, am I going to use this in 6 months? And wait at least like 10 days up to a month before you buy that. And that's not being cheap, or frugal. That's like understanding that that's a weight that you're putting on your shoulders of a material that you may carry around for years and not get rid of. This is a billionaire literally said the sabre suve of like wait a month before you buy something, and it's not about the money, no matter what it is, because it's just gonna put weight. You don't need all this stuff. What is your goal? That's definitely number. We'll say seven, 8 at this point, because 7 I would say is hold out for a month before you buy something. Give thanks, write them down. It's not about being cheap and stuff. It's just about like, how much stuff do we need? Is it really adding towards our wealth? And then what step are we at? Like 8. And then I would say 8 is, I just had it in my mind, was oh yeah, I think that's it. I think this is legit enough to have as a step, is to get rid of the stuff that you have accumulated. Like if you're not using it in over 6 months to a year and it's not like really going to be used again, give it away. Let that stuff flow. You treat everything like it's royalty and magic, like polish everything you best you can, as if like all the material you have is already millions. And the final step is to really have clarity on your goals. Don't just ask for money to the universe or as a goal. Figure out what is your dream life. If you'd like more of figuring out your dream life, I have over 60 questions in a book that shows not only how to build a dream life, it also asks you what is your dream life. Because I could tell you, we could write Bibles of books yet, until you write that book that is questioning exactly what you would like in life, to each detail of how you like to live, spend your days, who with, what materials are around you, what clothes you wearing, then you're not going to really know, and you're going to endlessly be going in circles, maybe searching for millions and never find any true like fulfillment and feeling rich. Feeling rich is about being clear about your goals and fulfilling them and really having them before you have them. What do I mean by that? How do you have something before you have it? Because one plane is the physical plane, but then we have the mental plane. And when you could have it mentally, and then we have the spiritual plane. When you could have it mentally and spiritually, then it actually shouldn't matter much. And it doesn't matter much when you do it properly, the material existence of this dream. Because when you dream it in your imagination, it's so vivid, so real, you don't even really need it to come up. Yet, because you live in that vibration, by concentration on what you would like, then you create that vibration, and it becomes a frequency because you're focusing on what you would like, not what you don't want. What you would like, you are focusing on. That becomes your frequency because you do it frequently, and your life just, it's amazing. And it's such a gift. It's such a gift to live in this amazing world. So I love you. May you stay blessed by the greatest. Have a blessed day. Blessed, 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 blessed.